Today let's talk about that treasure in Xian Ni that accompanied Wang Lin throughout his life, more important than any master or companion, the Tianni Pearl. We all know that Wang Lin's life was extremely tough. Starting as an ordinary mortal boy with mixed spiritual roots, looked down upon by everyone, he fought his way against fate, hacked a path through bloodshed, and finally became a powerhouse at the heavenly stepping realm, recognized as the strongest in the reverse dust world. Every step of his growth, even the starting point, was inseparable from the companionship and help of the Tianni Pearl. Some might say that Wang Lin was ruthless and resilient enough to succeed even without the Tianni Pearl. But I want to say, without the Tianni Pearl, there would be no Wang Lin as we know him. At the very least, he couldn't have gone that far. He might have become the prey of wild beasts at the foot of Hengyue Mountain, or turned to dry bones with his parents under the blade of the Ting family. The Tianni Pearl was never just a magic artifact to Wang Lin, it was more like his life, the confidence in his path against fate. The light in his darkness, and the companion that helped him climb up from the dust to stand atop all heavens. Let's start from the beginning. Do you remember when Wang Lin first appeared? He was just an ordinary boy from a mountain village in Zhaogua, with extremely mediocre talent and mixed spiritual roots, so poor that even the most basic step of drawing qi into his body was extremely difficult. At that time, his only simple wish was to cultivate immortality, to escape the fate of a mortal, and to let his parents live a better life. But reality dealt him a heavy blow. He finally got a spot as a disciple of the Hengyue sect through his fourth uncle's connection, but when he arrived at the sect, because of his poor talent, he wasn't even qualified to be an outer disciple and was directly sent back home. After returning home, what awaited him was not comfort, but the sarcasm of relatives and the pointing and whispering of neighbors. That sense of gap, that despair of being abandoned by the whole world, it's suffocating just to imagine. Any ordinary person would have resigned themselves to fate, lived a peaceful life as a mortal, married, had children, and ended their days. But Wang Lin was not ordinary. The rebellion in his bones was planted at that moment. He was unwilling. He would rather walk to Hengyue Mountain again on foot, even if he died of exhaustion, just to try once more. It was this walk, this unwillingness, that made him encounter the Tianni Pearl that would change his life. On the way, he accidentally fell off a cliff and into a hidden cave. Just as he thought he was doomed, he accidentally touched an unremarkable white pearl, that was the Tianni Pearl. At that time, Wang Lin didn't know what this pearl was. He only felt that it was warm to the touch, and even in the dark cave, it emitted a faint warmth, as if it had a life of its own. He didn't think much of it then, just took it as an ordinary trinket and stuffed it into his arms. Little did he know that this casual act would completely rewrite his fate. Let's first talk about the first time the Tianni Pearl truly helped Wang Lin. At that time, he fell off the cliff, seriously injured, covered in blood. He could barely move a finger, let alone cultivate. Just as his consciousness faded and he was about to breathe his last, the Tianni Pearl in his arms suddenly grew warm. A gentle stream of qi slowly flowed out of the pearl, seeping into his body little by little through his wounds. That feeling was like parched land meeting sweet rain. All the severe pain in his body gradually subsided, and his broken meridians were slowly repaired. Wang Lin didn't understand then that this was the Tianni Pearl's self-healing ability. It could not only repair physical injuries, but also nourish meridians, and even subtly improve his physical constitution. You have to know that Wang Lin originally had mixed spiritual roots and fragile meridians. Even if he succeeded in drawing qi into his body, his cultivation speed would be several times slower than that of ordinary cultivators, and he would easily go mad from cultivation. But the gentle qi of the Tianni Pearl was like polishing his meridians little by little, making his originally mixed spiritual roots gradually pure, and his meridians stronger than those of ordinary cultivators. More importantly, there was a great secret hidden inside the Tianni Pearl, the remnant soul of Situ Nan. At that time, Situ Nan was still in a deep sleep and hadn't woken up. But the Tianni Pearl had quietly passed on some of Situ Nan's cultivation insights and basic techniques to Wang Lin. During the days when Wang Lin was recovering from his injuries in the cave, he could feel his body changing every day, and he could comprehend some new cultivation tips every day. The originally obscure method of drawing qi gradually became simple in his eyes. In this way, with the nourishment and repair of the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin not only survived, but also successfully drew qi into his body and truly stepped onto the path of immortality. We can imagine, without the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin would have either died of excessive blood loss in that cave, been eaten by wild beasts in the cave, or even if he was lucky enough to survive, he would have been a seriously injured mortal with no chance of cultivating immortality ever again. So the first help the Tianni Pearl gave Wang Lin was a chance to survive, and a stepping stone to enter the path of immortality. Later, Wang Lin returned to the Hengyu sect with the Tianni Pearl. This time, he was no longer the good-for-nothing, looked down upon by others. With the blessing of the Tianni Pearl, his cultivation speed improved by leaps and bounds. He soon caught up with those disciples with better talent, and even gradually surpassed them. We all know that the competition in the Hengyu sect was fierce. Among the outer disciples, they fought and schemed against each other for resources and status. How difficult it was for Wang Lin, a disciple with no background and originally mediocre talent, to gain a firm foothold. Once, because Wang Lin's cultivation speed was too fast, he aroused the jealousy of other outer disciples. He was blocked in a remote corner by several people who wanted to seize his cultivation resources and even cripple his cultivation. At that time, Wang Lin's cultivation was still very low, and he was no match for these people at all. Just as he was about to be injured, the Tianni Pearl in his arms played its role again. This time, the Tianni Pearl did not release gentle qi, but emitted a cold aura. Although this aura was weak, it carried an inviolable dignity, making those outer disciples suddenly feel cold all over, unable to move, and even having difficulty breathing. Wang Lin was also stunned. He didn't know what was happening. But he knew that the Tianni Pearl was protecting him. Taking advantage of the moment when those disciples were distracted, Wang Lin, relying on the tough meridians nourished by the Tianni Pearl and the power he erupted, repelled them in one fell swoop, protecting his cultivation and resources. From then on, Wang Lin became more aware that the Tianni Pearl could not only help him cultivate, but also protect him in times of danger, becoming his amulet. Moreover, the Tianni Pearl had another heaven-defying function. The flow of time inside it was different from the outside world. 10 days inside were equivalent to 1 day outside. We all know that on the path of immortality, the most precious thing is time. Many cultivators get stuck in one realm for a lifetime just because they don't have enough time to comprehend and cultivate. But with the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin had 10 times more cultivation time than others. During his days in the Hengyu sect, Wang Lin would enter the Tianni Pearl to cultivate every night when the world was quiet. One night outside was 10 days inside the Tianni Pearl. He could cultivate in peace inside, undisturbed by the outside world. Not worrying about being attacked or running out of resources. In this way, with the help of the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin's cultivation speed became faster and faster. He soon rose from an outer disciple to a registered disciple, and then from a registered disciple to a core disciple focus on training by the Hengyu sect. Some might say, so what if he had 10 times more time? Is it that important? Let's take an example. Others can only comprehend one small realm after cultivating for a year, but Wang Lin, cultivating inside the Tianni Pearl for a year, is equivalent to 10 years outside. He can comprehend 10 small realms, or even more. This gap will become bigger and bigger over time. In the end, the gap between Wang Lin and other cultivators will become vast as heaven and earth. Furthermore, the space inside the Tianni Pearl was not only for cultivation, it was also an excellent storage space. During his cultivation, Wang Lin would obtain many cultivation resources, such as spirit stones, pills, techniques, and magic artifacts. These things, if placed outside, would be easily seized and take up a lot of space. But with the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin could put all his things inside, which was both safe and convenient. No matter where he went, he didn't have to worry about storing his resources. Later, the Hengyu sect was involved in sect conflicts, suppressed by other sects jointly, and finally destroyed. Wang Lin's family was also wiped out by the Ting family led by Ting Huiyuan. His parents and relatives all died under the blades of the Ting family. At that time, Wang Lin had just been promoted to the core formation realm, and his cultivation was not strong enough. Faced with the powerful strength of the Ting family, he was completely powerless to resist. He could only watch his relatives die helplessly. That pain and despair almost drove him crazy. Just as he was being chased by Teng Huayuan, cornered and about to be killed, the Tianni Pearl saved him again. This time, the Tianni Pearl directly erupted with powerful force, opened a spatial rift, and pulled Wang Lin into it, avoiding Teng Huayuan's fatal blow. Inside the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin recovered from his injuries while cultivating frantically. He turned all his pain and hatred into motivation for cultivation. With the time flow and nourishment of the Tianni Pearl, his cultivation improved by leaps and bounds in a short period of time, from the core formation realm to the nascent soul realm in one go. Moreover, it was at this time that Situ Nan inside the Tianni Pearl finally woke up. Who was Situ Nan? He was the second Zukazi, a peak powerhouse on Zhuke Star. Back then, he was secretly attacked while competing for the Tianni Pearl, turning into a remnant soul and taking refuge inside the Tianni Pearl. Situ Nan's awakening was undoubtedly a timely help for Wang Lin. Situ Nan had rich cultivation experience, powerful techniques and supernatural powers. He began to teach Wang Lin carefully how to cultivate, how to use power, and how to survive in this cruel cultivation world where the weak are prey to the strong. We all know that although Wang Lin was resilient, he initially had no systematic cultivation methods or sufficient combat experience. Most of the time, he relied on his ruthlessness to fight head-on. But Situ Nan's guidance made Wang Lin avoid many detours, made his cultivation path smoother, and made his combat skills more exquisite. It can be said that Situ Nan was Wang Lin's master, and the Tianni Pearl was the bond connecting them. Without the Tianni Pearl, Situ Nan would not have woken up, and Wang Lin would not have received such good guidance, let alone his later achievements. With Situ Nan's guidance and the help of the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin's cultivation became stronger and stronger. He began his path of revenge, eroding the power of the Ting family step by step. In the end, he slaughtered the Ting family, built a tower of human heads to pay homage to his parents and relatives, and settled his blood feud. But after revenge, Wang Lin did not stop. He knew that this cultivation world was far crueler than he imagined. To truly protect the people he wanted to protect and no longer be bullied, he had to become stronger, strong enough to control his own fate, strong enough to overlook the entire cultivation world. After that, Wang Lin left Zhaogua and went to the Demon Cultivation Sea to experience. What kind of place was the Demon Cultivation Sea? It was a place 100 times, 1,000 times crueler than the Hengyue sect. There were no rules, no morality, only killing and betrayal, where the weak are prey to the strong and only the fittest survive. In the Demon Cultivation Sea, Wang Lin encountered countless dangers and powerful enemies. Several times, he was on the verge of death, but every time, the Tianni Pearl saved him. Once, deep in the Demon Cultivation Sea, Wang Lin encountered a demon cultivator whose cultivation was much higher than his. That demon cultivator wanted to seize the Tianni Pearl from Wang Lin and refine him into his own cauldron. Wang Lin tried his best, but he was no match for that demon cultivator. He was seriously injured all over, and his primordial spirit was severely damaged. He was about to be scattered. Just at this critical moment, the Tianni Pearl suddenly erupted with dazzling light. A powerful force wrapped around Wang Lin's primordial spirit, not only repairing his damaged primordial spirit, but also temporarily boosting his cultivation, giving him the strength to fight back. Taking advantage of the power given by the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin took the opportunity to cast the supernatural powers taught by Situ Nan, severely injuring the demon cultivator and escaping successfully. This time, the Tianni Pearl not only saved Wang Lin's life, but also made him understand that the power of the Tianni Pearl was far stronger than he imagined. It was just that his current cultivation was not enough to fully control the power of the Tianni Pearl. From then on, Wang Lin cultivated even harder. He wanted to improve his cultivation as soon as possible, to fully control the Tianni Pearl, and to become stronger with the help of the Tianni Pearl. During his days in the Demon Cultivation Sea, Wang Lin cultivated while killing. his personality became more and more cold and decisive. If others do not offend me, I will not offend them. If others offend me, I will kill them. This sentence became his code of conduct. And the Tianni Pearl was always by his side, helping him store cultivation resources, repair his injuries, improve his cultivation, and stand up to protect him every time he encountered danger. Later, Wang Lin was trapped in the corpse sect and accidentally entered the ancient god's land. He obtained the memory inheritance of 2C, an 8-star royal ancient god, and cultivated the ancient god body. How powerful was the ancient god body? Its physical body was comparable to a magic artifact, and its divine power crushed those of the same realm. This also became the core foundation for Wang Lin to dominate the starry sky and fight against powerful enemies in his later years. But what everyone doesn't know is that Wang Lin's ability to successfully obtain the ancient god inheritance and cultivate the ancient god body was also inseparable from the crucial role of the Tianni Pearl. The ancient god inheritance was extremely overbearing. Ordinary people who tried to bear the power of the ancient god would easily be counterattacked by the power, at best. Their cultivation would be completely lost, and at worst, their souls would be scattered. But Wang Lin, because of the nourishment of the Tianni Pearl, had a much stronger physical body and primordial spirit than ordinary cultivators. The gentle qi of the Tianni Pearl was subtly helping him bear the power of the ancient god inheritance and resolve the counterattack force during the inheritance. Without the Tianni Pearl, even if Wang Lin obtained the ancient god inheritance, he could not bear that overbearing power and would eventually end up dead. After cultivating the ancient god body, Wang Lin's strength achieved a qualitative leap. He successfully escaped the control of the corpse sect and left the demon cultivation sea, heading for a broader world. At this time, Wang Lin was no longer the little cultivator who could only struggle in Zhaogua and the demon cultivation sea. He had become an unignorable powerhouse in the cultivation world. But he knew that this was far from enough. His goal was a higher realm and a broader starry sky. After that, Wang Lin met the love of his life, Li Muan. Li Muan was a top alchemist, gentle and resilient, independent and sober. Her appearance was like a faint light, illuminating Wang Lin's cold path of killing. Wang Lin and Li Muan knew each other, fell in love, and achieved each other, guarding each other. But heaven was ruthless. Li Muan had limited talent and her lifespan was coming to an end. Even if Wang Lin did his best, he could not stop the passing of her life. After Li Muan's death, Wang Lin's world was completely plunged into darkness, and his Tao heart was almost shattered. But just at this time, the Tianni Pearl gave him hope again. Wang Lin discovered that the Tianni Pearl could not only nourish the physical body and primordial spirit, but also protect the soul. He could use the Tianni Pearl to protect Li Muan's nascent soul and keep a wisp of her remnant soul. As long as he was strong enough and could find a way to resurrect her, he would have a chance to bring Li Muan back to life. From then on, resurrecting Li Muan became Wang Lin's lifelong obsession and the only motivation for his cultivation. He traveled all over the heavens and worlds, looking for a way to resurrect Li Muan, experiencing countless hardships and dangers, encountering countless powerful enemies. But every time, the Tianni Pearl was by his side, helping him get through the difficulties. We all know that in the process of looking for a way to resurrect Li Muan, Wang Lin entered the Luotian star domain, became a disciple of the Purple Department, fought heroically in the Immortal Sealing Battle, and was finally conferred the title of Luotian True Thunder Immortal, mastering the overbearing Thunder Law. In the Immortal Sealing Battle, Wang Lin encountered many powerful opponents. Several times, he was in a desperate situation, but every time, the Tianni Pearl saved him. Once, in the Immortal Sealing Battle, Wang Lin was besieged by several powerful enemies, seriously injured, and could barely use the Thunder Law. He was about to be killed by his opponents. Just at this critical moment, the Tianni Pearl suddenly erupted with the 5 elements' power. The 5 powers of metal, wood, water, fire, and earth merged with each other, forming a powerful defensive barrier that blocked the opponent's fatal blow. At the same time, the Tianni Pearl pulled Wang Lin into it, quickly repairing his injuries and nourishing his primordial spirit, allowing him to recover his strength in a short period of time. After recovering his strength, with the help of the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin merged the thunder law with the five elements power, casting a powerful supernatural power that defeated the besieging enemies in one fell swoop, winning the immortal sealing battle and being conferred the title of true immortal. This time, the Tianni Pearl not only saved Wang Lin's life, but also helped him win honor, allowing him to gain a firm foothold in the Luotian star domain and become a powerhouse famous throughout the starry sky. Moreover, the Tianni Pearl had another hidden function. It was the core of the world-defining compass, originating from the primordial divine realm. The original artifact had 9 parts, and the Tianni Pearl was the most important one. It was also the root cause of the ancient immortal domain war, and the token given by the 7-colored immortal lord to the world-sealing supreme to rule the inner world. Later, in the world-sealing war, Wang Lin gradually uncovered the secret of the Tianni Pearl and gradually took full control of its power. After the outbreak of the world-sealing war, powerful enemies from outside the world invaded, and the cultivators in the inner world were plunged into dire straits. As the world-sealing supreme, Wang Lin led the cultivators in the inner world to resist the invasion from outside and protect the peace of the inner world. In this war, Wang Lin faced unprecedented pressure. His opponents were all top powerhouses from outside the world, with strength far beyond his imagination. Several times, Wang Lin was on the verge of death, and even his primordial spirit was almost scattered, but every time, the Tianni Pearl saved him. The Tianni Pearl could not only protect Wang Lin's primordial spirit, but also help him merge the source powers. We all know that Wang Lin had 14 source powers. Among them, the real source powers included the 5-element source and the thunder source. The void source powers included life and death, cause and effect, truth and falsehood, samsara, and there were also 4 special source powers. Merging these source powers was extremely difficult. A single mistake would lead to source disorder, resulting in death. But the Tianni Pearl was like a container, a medium, helping Wang Lin stabilize the source powers and merge them, allowing his strength to break through again and again. In the world-sealing war, Wang Lin created the Luoma avatar. This avatar was formed by merging his 2 source powers of killing and annihilation, and also integrated thunder, restriction, primordial source, and the soul of Luoho. Its strength was far beyond that of ordinary avatars, reaching the half-step heavenly stepping realm. And the successful birth of the Luoma avatar with independent consciousness was also inseparable from the crucial role of the Tianni Pearl. The spatial power of the Tianni Pearl helped Wang Lin stabilize the avatar's primordial spirit and merge various source powers, allowing the Luoma avatar to be born smoothly and become an important assistant for him to fight against powerful enemies from outside the world. The Luoma avatar carried Wang Lin's obsession with Li Muan. In the world-sealing war, it shuttled through the fragments of time and space, not only participating in the battle, but also laying the groundwork for the revelation of the truth of samsara later. And Wang Lin himself, as the world-sealing supreme, united people's hearts, led the cultivators in the inner world, and fought a life-and-death battle against the powerful enemies from outside. In this war, the power of the Tianni Pearl was exerted to the utmost by Wang Lin. It was not only Wang Lin's amulet, but also the hope of the cultivators in the inner world, and an important force to resist the invasion from outside. After the end of the world-sealing war, Wang Lin did not stop. He continued to travel all over the heavens and worlds, looking for a way to resurrect Li Muan. At the same time, he kept cultivating and breaking through his own realm. Later, Wang Lin went to the immortal Gang continent, worshipped Xian Luo as his master, closed himself to cultivate, and broke through to the 4th step heavenly stepping realm, becoming the strongest powerhouse in the immortal Gang continent. With a wave of his hand, he could destroy life in the palm of his hand, and easily kill 3rd step powerhouses. And in the process of Wang Lin breaking through to the heavenly stepping realm, the Tianni Pearl played a decisive role. The heavenly stepping realm was the peak of the path of immortality. To break through to the heavenly stepping realm, one not only needed powerful cultivation, but also needed to comprehend the truth of heaven and merge all source powers. A single mistake would lead to the scattering of the soul and eternal perdition. As a void annihilation level magic artifact, the Tianni Pearl contained the power of the primordial divine realm. It helped Wang Lin comprehend the truth of heaven, stabilize all source powers, and successfully break through to the heavenly stepping realm, becoming the recognized strongest in the reverse dust world. After breaking through to the heavenly stepping realm, Wang Lin finally found a way to resurrect Li Muan. At the cost of the source of the reverse dust world, with the help of the Tianni Pearl, he successfully resurrected Li Muan, fulfilling his lifelong wish. We can imagine, without the Tianni Pearl, even if Wang Lin broke through to the heavenly stepping realm, he could not have resurrected Li Muan. Because the Tianni Pearl was the key to resurrecting Li Muan. It could not only protect Li Muan's remnant soul, but also reverse life and death with the power of the primordial divine realm, bringing Li Muan back to life. Speaking of which, let's look back. Wang Lin's life, from an ordinary mortal boy with mixed spiritual roots to a powerhouse at the heavenly stepping realm, every step of his growth was inseparable from the help of the Tianni Pearl. The Tianni Pearl gave him a chance to survive. A stepping stone to enter the path of immortality, 10 times more cultivation time than others, powerful protection, systematic guidance, hope to resurrect his beloved, and even the power to control the heavens and worlds. Let's count how many times the Tianni Pearl helped Wang Lin in his growth. When he was most desperate, the Tianni Pearl saved his life. When he encountered a bottleneck in cultivation, the Tianni Pearl helped him break through the realm. When he encountered powerful enemies, the Tianni Pearl protected his safety. When he lost his beloved, the Tianni Pearl gave him hope. When he wanted to reverse life and death, the Tianni Pearl helped him fulfill his wish. It can be said that without the Tianni Pearl, there would be no Wang Lin's path against fate, and no classic immortal chivalry epic like Xian Ni. Some might say that the Tianni Pearl was Wang Lin's golden finger, his cheat code. With the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin's growth path was so smooth. But I want to say, although the Tianni Pearl was powerful, it was just a tool. What really made Wang Lin grow was his own resilience, his own ruthlessness, his own obsession, and his never-give-up spirit. If Wang Lin was a cowardly, lazy person who gave up easily, even if he was given the best magic artifact, he could not achieve great things. The Tianni Pearl was like a sharp sword. Only when held in the hand of a strong person could it exert its power. If held in the hand of a weak person, it could not only not exert its power, but also bring death to oneself. The reason why Wang Lin could use the power of the Tianni Pearl to grow and counterattack all the way was because he had enough resilience, enough ruthlessness, and enough wisdom. He knew how to use the Tianni Pearl, how to make it an assistant on his path against fate, not a burden. Let's think again, the Tianni Pearl itself was not so powerful from the beginning. At first, it was just an unremarkable white pearl. As Wang Lin's cultivation continued to improve and his control over it deepened, its power was continuously released. From the initial self-healing, storage, and accelerated cultivation, to the later protection of the primordial spirit, merging source powers, and reversing life and death, every time the Tianni Pearl's power improved, it was accompanied by Wang Lin's growth and witnessed Wang Lin's path against fate. Moreover, the Tianni Pearl was not just a magic artifact, it also carried a lot of fate and karmic retribution. It was the magic artifact that Su Ming used to travel the vastness, the token given by the seven-colored immortal lord to the world-sealing supreme, and the fuse of the ancient immortal domain war. Its existence was full of legendary color in itself. And Wang Lin, as the final owner of the Tianni Pearl, not only inherited the power of the Tianni Pearl, but also inherited its fate and karmic retribution. His path against fate was destined to be full of hardships and challenges. In Wang Lin's growth process, he met many people, enemies, friends, masters, lovers, but the Tianni Pearl was the one who accompanied him the longest, the one who would never abandon him no matter what difficulties he encountered. When he was abandoned by the whole world, the Tianni Pearl was by his side. When he fought bloody battles, the Tianni Pearl was by his side. When he lost his beloved and fell into despair, the Tianni Pearl was by his side. When he stood atop all heavens and achieved fame and fortune, the Tianni Pearl was still by his side. We can imagine, after Wang Lin reached the heavenly stepping realm, he became the strongest in the reverse dust world. He could command the wind and rain, control life and death, and overlook the heavens and worlds. But he still did not abandon the Tianni Pearl, because he knew that without the Tianni Pearl, there would be no him today. The Tianni Pearl had become a part of his life, a part of his Tao heart, and a witness and companion on his path against fate. Speaking of which, many of you might envy Wang Lin, envy that he could get such a heaven-defying magic artifact as the Tianni Pearl, envy that he could have such a heaven-defying opportunity. But I want to say, opportunities are always reserved for those who are prepared. The reason why Wang Lin could get the Tianni Pearl and use its power to counterattack all the way was because he had the determination to be unwilling to be mediocre, the resilience to never give up, and the courage to go against fate. If he did not have these qualities, even if the Tianni Pearl was placed in front of him, he could not grasp it, and even if he grasped it, he could not exert its power. Let's look back at Wang Lin's growth process, from a good-for-nothing boy at Hengyue Mountain to a killing cultivator in the Demon Cultivation Sea, from a true thunder immortal in the Luotian Star Domain to the world sealing supreme, and then to a heavenly stepping powerhouse in the immortal Gang continent. Every step was full of hardships and challenges, every step was accompanied by blood and sweat. And the Tianni Pearl was like a beam of light, illuminating his path forward, giving him the courage and confidence to move forward, allowing him to find direction in the dark and see hope in despair. The help the Tianni Pearl gave Wang Lin was not only in power, but also in spirit. When Wang Lin fell into despair, the existence of the Tianni Pearl was like a belief, letting him know that he was not fighting alone, that he still had reliance, that he still had hope. When Wang Lin felt lonely, the warmth of the Tianni Pearl was like a ray of warmth, allowing him to feel a trace of comfort in this cold cultivation world. When Wang Lin wanted to give up, the power of the Tianni Pearl was like a spur, making him rekindle his fighting spirit and move forward. We all know that the path of immortality is a lonely path, a path against fate. Many cultivators either give up halfway or die on this path, and few can reach the end. The reason why Wang Lin could reach the end and become a heavenly stepping powerhouse was not only because of the help of the Tianni Pearl, but also because he had a firm Dao heart, a never-give-up spirit, and the courage to go against fate. And the Tianni Pearl was the sustenance of his Dao heart, the source of his courage, and the strongest assistant on his path against fate. There is another point we cannot ignore. The Tianni Pearl not only helped Wang Lin, but also completed its own transformation under Wang Lin's influence. At first, the Tianni Pearl was just the core of the world-defining compass, just a powerful magic artifact. But in the process of accompanying Wang Lin, it gradually gained spirituality. It witnessed Wang Lin's joys and sorrows, witnessed his growth and transformation. It was no longer a cold magic artifact, but more like a living, emotional companion. A companion who could connect with Wang Lin's heart. During Wang Lin's cultivation, the Tianni Pearl could sense Wang Lin's danger and take the initiative to release power to protect him. When Wang Lin was in a low mood, the Tianni Pearl could release gentle qi to soothe his emotions. When Wang Lin wanted to break through the realm, the Tianni Pearl could take the initiative to cooperate with him, help him stabilize the source powers, and help him break through the bottleneck. This heart-to-heart connection, this mutual companionship, was the most precious bond between Wang Lin and the Tianni Pearl. We can imagine, what would Wang Lin's path against fate be like without the Tianni Pearl? He might have died at the foot of Hengyue Mountain, been destroyed under the blade of the Ting family, been scattered in the killing of the Demon Cultivation Sea, or sacrificed himself in the world-sealing war. He would not have been able to break through to the heavenly stepping realm, let alone resurrect Li Muan and fulfill his lifelong wish. So the Tianni Pearl was the starting point of Wang Lin's path against fate, the assistant of his growth path, and the most precious companion in his life. It accompanied Wang Lin to climb up from the dust to stand atop all heavens. It helped Wang Lin overcome one difficulty after another, defeat one powerful enemy after another. It witnessed Wang Lin grow from an ignorant mortal boy to a decisive, affectionate and righteous heavenly stepping powerhouse. Finally, I want to say that the reason why Xian Ni became a classic is not only because it has wonderful plots and a powerful combat system, but also because it has a vivid protagonist like Wang Lin who dares to go against fate, and a legendary magic artifact like the Tianni Pearl that runs through the whole story. The help the Tianni Pearl gave Wang Lin was not only the promotion of the plot, but also the spiritual resonance. It let us see that in despair, there is always hope, in difficulties, there is always help. As long as we have a firm belief and a never-give-up spirit, we can definitely go against fate and achieve our own legend. Just like Wang Lin, starting as a good-for-nothing looked down upon by others, with his own resilience and the help of the Tianni Pearl, he counterattacked all the way. Finally became a heavenly stepping powerhouse, reversed his own fate, and protected the people he wanted to protect. This also tells us that in life, we may encounter many difficulties and setbacks, may be looked down upon, may fall into despair, but as long as we do not give up, as long as we have a firm belief, one day, we can also go against fate like Wang Lin and shine our own light. And the Tianni Pearl was the witness and assistant of Wang Lin's path against fate. Its existence made Wang Lin's story more wonderful and touching, and made Xian Ni this work more classic and deeply rooted in people's hearts. Let's talk about some details of the Tianni Pearl that many of you may have overlooked. The Tianni Pearl can only truly recognize its owner and exert its full power after the 5 elements attributes are complete. And in the process of growing up, Wang Lin collected the 5 elements' power little by little, making the 5 elements attributes of the Tianni Pearl complete. This process was also the process of Wang Lin's own growth. Every time he collected one kind of 5 elements' power, the power of the Tianni Pearl would increase a little, and Wang Lin's cultivation would also increase a little. It can be said that Wang Lin and the Tianni Pearl achieved each other and grew together. Moreover, the space inside the Tianni Pearl was not only fast in time flow, it was also an independent small world. The spiritual energy inside was much richer than that outside. When Wang Lin cultivated inside, he not only cultivated faster, but also could better comprehend the Tao and merge the source powers. When Wang Lin cultivated the ancient God art, merged the source powers, and broke through the realm, the small world inside the Tianni Pearl gave him great help, allowing him to cultivate in peace, undisturbed by the outside world, and improve his strength faster. In addition, as a void annihilation level magic artifact, the power of the Tianni Pearl was not only what we saw. It had many hidden functions. For example, it could open a door, and inside the door was suspected to be a 3rd-step supernatural power. It's just that Wang Lin's cultivation was not enough at first, so he couldn't open this door. It was not until his cultivation reached a certain realm that he gradually uncovered the secret of this door and obtained more powerful power. When Wang Lin fought against the powerful enemies from outside the world, the supernatural power inside this door played a crucial role. It further improved Wang Lin's strength, allowing him to have the power to fight when facing the top powerhouses from outside the world, and to lead the cultivators in the inner world to resist the invasion from outside and protect the peace of the inner world. It can be said that every function and every bit of power of the Tianni Pearl played a crucial role in Wang Lin's growth process. Let's think again. In the process of Wang Lin looking for Li Muan's remnant soul and a way to resurrect her, the Tianni Pearl also helped him a lot. The Tianni Pearl could sense the breath of the soul, help Wang Lin find Li Muan's remnant soul, and help him stabilize it so that it would not dissipate. Moreover, the Tianni Pearl could also help Wang Lin store Li Muan's remnant soul, allowing him to have enough time to find a way to resurrect her, improve his cultivation, and reverse life and death. Without the Tianni Pearl, Li Muan's remnant soul might have dissipated between heaven and earth long ago. Even if Wang Lin had the greatest determination and the strongest strength, he could not have resurrected Li Muan, and could only live with regret for the rest of his life. So the Tianni Pearl not only helped Wang Lin grow, but also helped him protect his beloved, fulfill his lifelong wish, and make Wang Lin's path against fate free of regrets. Speaking of which, many of you might think that the Tianni Pearl was too perfect. It had almost all the functions that cultivators wanted: self-healing, storage, accelerated cultivation, protection of the primordial spirit, merging source powers, reversing life and death, and even a symbol of power. But I want to say, although the Tianni Pearl was perfect, it also had its own limitations. For example, at first, Wang Lin could not fully control its power, and could only unlock its functions little by little. For example, at first, Wang Lin could only enter the space of the Tianni Pearl for a short time, and there was a time limit. He could only stay inside for 3 years, and had to come out after 3 years, rest for 3 days before entering again, otherwise he would be trapped inside forever. But these limitations did not become obstacles to Wang Lin's growth. On the contrary, they became the motivation for him to move forward. To fully control the power of the Tianni Pearl and break its limitations, Wang Lin kept cultivating, breaking through his own realm, and improving his strength. In the end, Wang Lin successfully broke the limitations of the Tianni Pearl, fully controlled its power, and made the Tianni Pearl his strongest assistant and an indispensable part of his life. Let's look back at Wang Lin's growth process. from a boy at Hengyue Mountain to a heavenly stepping powerhouse, every breakthrough and every growth was inseparable from the help of the Tianni Pearl. The Tianni Pearl was like a silently dedicated companion. It was not ostentatious or showy, but whenever Wang Lin needed it most, it always stood up and gave him the strongest help. It accompanied Wang Lin through life and death, separation, betrayal, and glory. It witnessed everything about Wang Lin and achieved everything about him. I think this is the meaning of the Tianni Pearl. It was not just a magic artifact, but also a witness of Wang Lin's path against fate, an assistant of his growth path, and the most precious companion in his life. It let us see that in this cruel cultivation world where the weak are prey to the strong, there is always a trace of warmth, a trace of companionship, and a trace of hope supporting us to go against fate and move forward courageously. Finally, I want to ask everyone, if you were Wang Lin, if you also got the Tianni Pearl, would you use its power to go against fate and achieve your own legend like Wang Lin? I think the answer is yes. Because the Tianni Pearl was not just a magic artifact, but also a belief, a courage, a power. It makes us believe that as long as we have a firm belief, a never-give-up spirit, and the courage to go against fate, we can definitely overcome all difficulties, reverse our own fate, and shine our own light. Wang Lin's path against fate is still continuing, and the legend of the Tianni Pearl is also continuing. And we should also be like Wang Lin, with our own beliefs and courage, go against fate and move forward courageously on our own life path, creating our own legend. Because, to follow the norm is to be mortal, to go against it is to be immortal, it all lies in a single thought in the heart. And the Tianni Pearl was that obsession, that courage, that power in Wang Lin's heart, accompanying him from the dust to the peak. From the ordinary to the legendary. Let's add one more point. The origin of the Tianni Pearl was very extraordinary. It was the great fruit of the Tao-proving ancient tree in the vastness realm, refined by Su Ming into the core of the world-defining compass, belonging to a void annihilation-level divine artifact. Who was Su Ming? He was the protagonist of Qiu Mo, Seeking Demon, and also a Tao without borders cultivator. Before he died, he relied on the Tianni Pearl to locate his good friend Tu Mahi, Bald Crane, who was also Tianyanzi, and came to the reverse dust world. So the Tianni Pearl was not only the core magic artifact in Xian Ni, but also connected the two worlds of Xian Ni and Qiu Mo, becoming a bond between the two works. And Wang Lin, as the final owner of the Tianni Pearl, not only inherited the power of the Tianni Pearl, but also inherited Su Ming's will and the responsibility of the world sealing supreme. His path against fate was not only for himself, not only for resurrecting Li Muan, but also for protecting the peace of the inner world, for uncovering the secrets of the ancient immortal domain, and for reversing the injustice of heaven. And the Tianni Pearl was like his weapon, his armor, his companion, accompanying him to complete all this and achieve all this. In the process of Wang Lin's growth, he once doubted the Tianni Pearl and worried that it would bring him death. Because the power of the Tianni Pearl was too strong, attracting the covetousness of countless cultivators. From the Cultivation Alliance to the powerful enemies from outside the world, everyone wanted to seize the Tianni Pearl and use its power to improve their own strength and control the heavens and worlds. But Wang Lin never thought of giving up the Tianni Pearl, because he knew that the Tianni Pearl was not only his assistant, but also his life, the only hope for his path against fate. To protect the Tianni Pearl and the people he wanted to protect, Wang Lin did not hesitate to oppose the entire cultivation world, fight bloody battles with powerful enemies from outside the world, and even pay everything he had. And the Tianni Pearl did not live up to Wang Lin's trust. Every time Wang Lin was in danger, it stood up to protect his safety, help him defeat powerful enemies, help him break through the realm, and help him fulfill his obsession. It can be said that Wang Lin and the Tianni Pearl were interdependent and mutually achieved. Because of the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin could go against fate all the way and become a heavenly stepping powerhouse. Because of Wang Lin, the Tianni Pearl could exert its full power, complete its own fate, and become the most legendary magic artifact in the cultivation world. The bond between them transcended the relationship between a person and a magic artifact. It was more like brothers, like companions, like confidants, accompanying each other, growing together, and counterattacking all the way. Let's talk again about the different roles of the Tianni Pearl in different stages of Wang Lin's growth. In the early stage of Wang Lin's cultivation, that is, the period of the Han sect, the main role of the Tianni Pearl was to help him repair his injuries, improve his physical constitution, accelerate his cultivation, give him a chance to enter the path of immortality, and protect him to survive in the conflicts of the sect. At that time, the Tianni Pearl was like a gentle guardian, silently accompanying Wang Lin and helping him lay a solid foundation. In the middle stage of Wang Lin's cultivation, that is, the period of the demon cultivation C and the corpse Yin sect, the role of the Tianni Pearl became more diverse. It could not only help Wang Lin repair his injuries, accelerate his cultivation, and store resources, but also help him bear the power of the ancient god inheritance, resolve the counterattack, protect his primordial spirit, allowing him to gain a firm foothold in the cruel demon cultivation C and the corpse Yin sect, successfully obtain the ancient god inheritance, and gradually improve his strength. At that time, the Tianni Pearl was like a powerful backing, giving Wang Lin enough confidence to maintain his original intention and keep growing in the killing and betrayal. In the late stage of Wang Lin's cultivation, that is, the period of the Luotian star domain and the world sealing war, the role of the Tianni Pearl reached a new height. It could not only help Wang Lin merge the source powers and break through the realm, but also help him create the Luoma avatar, resist the powerful enemies from outside the world, and protect the peace of the inner world. At that time, the Tianni Pearl was like a powerful comrade in arms, fighting side by side with Wang Lin to resist powerful enemies and protect everything they wanted to protect. In the peak stage of Wang Lin's cultivation, that is, the period of the immortal Gang continent and the heavenly stepping realm, the role of the Tianni Pearl became more heaven-defying. It could not only help Wang Lin break through to the heavenly stepping realm, but also help him reverse life and death, resurrect Li Muan, and help him control the power of the heavens and worlds. At that time, the Tianni Pearl was like a legendary assistant, helping Wang Lin fulfill his lifelong wish, achieve his own legend, and become the strongest in the reverse dust world. From the early stage to the peak stage of cultivation, the role of the Tianni Pearl was constantly changing and improving, and Wang Lin's strength was also constantly growing and breaking through. This was not only because the power of the Tianni Pearl was constantly being released, but also because of Wang Lin's efforts, his resilience, and his obsession. If Wang Lin did not have enough efforts, enough resilience, and enough obsession, even if the power of the Tianni Pearl was strong, he could not exert its power, nor could he achieve his own legend. Let's take a few specific examples to illustrate the importance of the Tianni Pearl in Wang Lin's growth. For example, when Wang Lin was in the Han sect, because his cultivation speed was too fast, he aroused the jealousy of the sect's elder, who wanted to cripple his cultivation. Just as the elder made a move, the Tianni Pearl suddenly erupted with a powerful force, blocking the elder's attack, protecting Wang Lin's cultivation, and even allowing Wang Lin to break through to the foundation establishment realm in the process. This time, the Tianni Pearl not only saved Wang Lin's life, but also helped him break through the realm, further improving his status in the Han sect. Another example, when Wang Lin was in the demon cultivation C, he was chased by a powerful demon cultivator and was cornered. Just as he was about to be killed by the demon cultivator, the Tianni Pearl suddenly opened a spatial rift, pulled Wang Lin into it, quickly repaired his injuries, nourished his primordial spirit, allowing him to recover his strength in a short period of time and break through to the core formation realm. After recovering his strength, with the help of the Tianni Pearl, Wang Lin killed the demon cultivator in one fell swoop, seized his cultivation resources, and further improved his own strength. In addition, during the World Sealing War, Wang Lin was sneak attacked by the Palm Lord from outside the world, and his primordial spirit was severely damaged. He was about to be scattered. Just at this critical moment, the Tianni Pearl suddenly erupted with powerful force, wrapping around Wang Lin's primordial spirit, repairing his damaged primordial spirit, and helping him merge the life and death source. This made his strength achieve a qualitative leap, defeating the Palm Lord in one fell swoop and protecting the peace of the inner world. This time, the Tianni Pearl not only saved Wang Lin's life, but also helped him defeat a powerful opponent, making him the hope of the cultivators in the inner world. These examples are just the tip of the iceberg of the Tianni Pearl's help to Wang Lin in Wang Lin's growth process. There are many more such examples. Every time Wang Lin encountered danger, the Tianni Pearl would stand up to protect his safety. Every time Wang Lin encountered a bottleneck in cultivation, the Tianni Pearl would help him break through the realm. Every time Wang Lin fell into despair, the Tianni Pearl would give him hope. It can be said that the Tianni Pearl was the patron saint of Wang Lin's path against fate, the guide of his growth path, and the most precious companion in his life. Finally, I want to say that Wang Lin's path against fate is an epic full of hardships and challenges, and the Tianni Pearl is the most dazzling light in this epic. It accompanied Wang Lin to climb up from the dust to stand atop all heavens. It helped Wang Lin overcome one difficulty after another, defeat one powerful enemy after another. It witnessed Wang Lin grow from an ignorant mortal boy to a decisive, affectionate and righteous heavenly stepping powerhouse. The help the Tianni Pearl gave Wang Lin was not only in power, but also in spirit. It let Wang Lin know that no matter what difficulties he encountered, no matter what desperate situation he fell into, he should not give up. Because there is always a force, always a companion, silently supporting him and helping him. It let Wang Lin know that as long as he has a firm belief, a never-give-up spirit, and the courage to go against fate, he can definitely go against fate and achieve his own legend. And we should also be like Wang Lin, with our own beliefs and courage, go against fate and move forward courageously on our own life path. Because, to follow the norm is to be mortal, to go against it is to be immortal. It all lies in a single thought in the heart. And the Tianni Pearl was that obsession, that courage, that power in Wang Lin's heart, accompanying him to complete his path against fate and inspiring us to create our own legend. That's all for today, folks. I believe everyone has a deeper understanding of the role of the Tianni Pearl in Wang Lin's growth. If you also like Xian Ni, if you also like Wang Lin, if you have different views on the Tianni Pearl, welcome to leave a comment in the comment section. Let's communicate and discuss together. Thank you all for listening, and see you next time.